what if the outcome of a warfare is not written in the battlefield but declared by the people who once commanded it? And what happens when a senior Israeli voice claims the opposite of what Israel's narrative was insisting of truth? Because tonight, a statement of within Israel's own security establishment is now shaking the geopolitical conversation. A retired Israeli Major General and former head of Israel's National Security Council has made a claim that is reverberating across the global media. Well, he says Iran, not Israel or United States, has emerged stronger from the latest confrontation. But that raises a deeper question. How does a state describe it as under pressure? Well, end up being called the winner by one of its former top strategists. While speaking to Channel 12, now he argued that Iran's leadership survived the most conflict interact. Not only survived, but demonstrated the resilience under the sustained military and political pressure. And that changes everything. Because this statement comes from Israel, not Iran. Because in modern warfare, survival is not just endurance, it is the narrative of power. However, the Eiland's assessment goes further. He claims that the United States now finds itself as what it is called as evident bind, while Israel even more complicated strategic reality, not victory, not resolution, but the entanglement. And yet, this is where the story becomes more important than just a statement. It becomes a contradiction inside its own alliances. And these are not the fringe remarks. They come from a former national security chief, someone who once shaped the very strategies being questioned today. So is this analysis or a warning? But there's a big story behind it. The remarks land at a time when tensions around Iran's nuclear program remain unresolved. Well, and the maritime pressure in the Strait of Hormuz continues to cast uncertainty over the global energy routes. So when a senior Israeli voice says that Iran won, it is not just a comment. It is a challenge to the dominant narratives of control, pressure, and deterrence. And that raises an uncomfortable possibility. So if Iran sees it strengthened, and then what does it imply for Washington's regional posture? Well, what does it mean for Israelis' long-term calculations? Because in geopolitics, perception is power. Perception is shifting, and yet, nothing here is fully settled. Iran's rivals still maintain military and economic leverage, and the United States still projects the global reach. Well, Israel still holds the strategic deterrence. But the question now is hanging over the three simple things. Has the balance quietly shifted without anyone officially admitting it? And the uncertainty may be the most powerful force of all. What are your thoughts on this? Make sure to comment down below.